My name is Isabella, and until a month ago, I was just your average pizza-loving, video game-obsessed high school student in the bustling metropolis of Tokyo. Science was my religion, logic my compass. The idea of anything beyond the physical world was pure fiction, a fairy tale for the gullible. But then, wham, a rogue moped and a rogue downpour turned my world upside down, literally. One minute I was cycling home from conquering the latest space shooter on my handheld, the next, I was a crumpled mess on the rain-slicked asphalt. Darkness. Then, nothing. No flashing lights, no tunnel vision, just oblivion. When I woke up, it wasn't a sterile hospital room, but a swirling vortex of colors that defied description. It felt like being sucked into a kaleidoscope dipped in glitter. Panic clawed at my throat, but before I could scream, a voice, soft as a summer breeze, soothed my fear. Isabella, don't be afraid. You're safe now. The voice belonged to a woman who shimmered like a hologram, her form shifting between a wise old crone and a playful pixie. This was nuts. I pinched myself, hoping to wake up from this crazy dream. Big mistake. It felt like someone was squeezing a grapefruit in my arm. Ow! Okay, I get it. This is real, I grumbled, rubbing my throbbing arm. The woman chuckled, a sound like wind chimes tinkling in the breeze. Realer than you think, little one. You've crossed the veil and entered the in-between. The in-between? Was this some kind of afterlife video game? Like, the place between levels? I blurted. The woman's smile faltered. Not quite. This is the realm between your physical existence and, well, something much grander. Grander? This was getting weirder by the second. I bombarded her with questions. What happened to me? Where was I going? Was there a giant boss battle at the end? But she just smiled enigmatically, promising answers in due time. The next thing I knew, I was floating above a meadow bathed in a golden light. It was the most peaceful place I'd ever seen, overflowing with flowers that pulsed with an inner glow. Strange, fluffy creatures with butterfly wings frolicked in the air, and gentle music filled the atmosphere. It felt like stepping into a living anime. Suddenly, a shimmering butterfly landed on my outstretched finger. It pulsed with a vibrant blue light, and I could feel a wave of warmth and love wash over me. A message, the woman had explained, a telepathic greeting from a being of pure love. Whoa, I whispered, mesmerized. Everything I thought I knew about the universe was being shattered with each passing moment. The journey continued. I soared through a sky filled with swirling galaxies and witnessed beings of light singing in harmony. I even saw a glimpse of my life back on Earth, reliving moments from my childhood, both happy and sad. Each memory played out like a scene from a movie, with a profound sense of understanding washing over me. Then came the core. It was a place of pure, blinding light, and at its center, a presence I could only describe as pure love. It was like diving into a warm ocean of kindness. Here, the woman revealed the truth. I wasn't supposed to die. My journey was a message, a glimpse into the true nature of reality. We are all connected, Isabella, she explained. Love is the force that binds us, the very essence of existence. Your return will remind people of this forgotten truth. And just like that, I was falling. Back to the swirling vortex, back to the blinding white light of the hospital room. Blinking away the harsh fluorescent glare, I found myself surrounded by worried faces, my parents, my best friend, Hina. Relief flooded their features as I squeezed their hands. I was back, but I was different. The doctors were baffled by my miraculous recovery. They called it a medical anomaly. But I knew better. I had a story to tell, a story about love, connection, and the true nature of reality. At first, people scoffed. My classmates called me spaced out Isabella. The teachers rolled their eyes at my newfound philosophy. But I didn't care. I knew what I had seen, what I had felt. Slowly, I started sharing my story, using words and drawings, the only way a teenager like me could explain the unexplainable. Hana, to my surprise, was the first believer. She had always been a bit of a dreamer, and my story resonated with her yearning for something more. Together, we started a club at school, the In-Betweeners, a group dedicated to spreading the message of love and connection. We weren't exactly popular. The cool kids still called us names, and the teachers remained skeptical. But a small group of students, the ones who felt like outsiders, the ones who craved a deeper meaning, gravitated towards us. We shared stories, dreams, and a newfound sense of belonging. One day, a local news crew caught wind of our club. They saw it as a quirky high school trend, a perfect, feel-good story. They interviewed Hannah and me, broadcasting snippets of our tale about the in-between and the core of pure love. It was like dropping a pebble in a pond. Ripples spread outwards. Suddenly, everyone was talking about us. The internet exploded with comments, some supportive, others mocking. Scientists scoffed, calling it a mass delusion or a publicity stunt. Religious leaders debated whether it fit into their doctrines. But for many, it was a spark of hope, a glimpse of something beyond the daily grind. My story became a national sensation. Talk shows clamored for me, documentaries were filmed, and books were written, all dissecting my near-death experience. It was overwhelming. School became a media frenzy, and my parents worried about the pressure. But I knew I had to keep sharing my message. One evening, amidst the chaos, a woman named Dr. Evelyn Wright contacted me. She was a renowned neuroscientist, known for her research on consciousness. Unlike the others, she wasn't there to mock or exploit. She listened intently to my story, her eyes filled with a curious glint. "Isabella," she said, "your experience aligns with a growing body of research on near-death experiences. We're starting to understand that consciousness might be more than just a product of the brain." This was a turning point. With Dr. Wright's support, my story gained a new kind of credibility. We started collaborating, me sharing my experiences and Dr. Wright using her scientific knowledge to interpret them. Together, we presented at conferences, spoke on national platforms, and even co-authored a book titled Beyond the Beep, A Teenager's Journey to the In-Between. The book became a bestseller, sparking a global conversation about the nature of consciousness and the afterlife. Schools incorporated discussions about NDEs into their curriculum, and support groups for those who had similar experiences mushroomed online and in communities. Of course, there were still naysayers. The debate raged on, but something fundamental had shifted. My story had planted a seed in the collective consciousness, a seed of possibility. People were questioning their long-held beliefs, re-evaluating their priorities. Kindness became a trending topic, acts of compassion went viral, and meditation apps soared in popularity. It wasn't a utopia, of course. Wars still raged, poverty persisted, and negativity lingered. But there was a change in the air, a subtle shift towards a more loving and connected world. It was slow, like the turning of the earth, but it was happening. As for me, I'm no longer just Isabella, the pizza-loving gamer. I'm Isabella, the in-betweener, a symbol of hope and a bridge between the physical and the spiritual. My journey, sparked by a rogue moped and a downpour, has become a global phenomenon. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most extraordinary experiences happen to the most ordinary people. And that even a teenager with a wild story can change the world.